Hey guys, this is Derek from One River Tea. I wanted to shoot a really quick video on showing you how to brew tea, grandpa style. A lot of you might be wondering, if you're new to tea, what is grandpa style? Sounds terrible. Actually, it's how a lot of people in China brew tea. This is how all of the security guards, all the grandpas around hanging out in the parks, the taxi drivers. This is, if you see people drinking tea in China casually, they're usually drinking it grandpa style. And so what does that mean? It means drinking usually green tea in a large glass. And that's it. So let me show you real quick how to do it. You take a little bit of green tea, put it in a glass, and add water. Ta-da! We have just brewed tea, grandpa style. Thank you. Video cut. Alright, now that you got the basics, let's go over it a little more in detail. So there are a few things I want to tell you. First, usually grandpa style is brewed with green tea. Here we have the golden green from the Shangmiao Cooperative in Hunan. This is a beautiful Hunan green tea that doesn't get too bitter and is really, really buttery and smooth, very savory. And so that's what we're going to brew grandpa style tea with. So another thing is you want to use a scale. If you have about 8 ounces of glass, you want to use 3 grams of tea. So let me weigh this out really quickly. Again, quality tea is important because you are not controlling the steep time. Grandpa tea is steeped indefinitely. And so if you start with a bad quality tea, it's gonna get a little bitter. So I have 3 grams of tea here. One thing that's important with green tea is you don't wanna use fresh boiled water. You wanna use cooler water, maybe 80 degrees Celsius, maybe 190 degrees Fahrenheit. And so one quick trick for doing this is to use another container, another decanter. So we'll pour the boiling water into our other decanter, and just like that, it's losing maybe 10 degrees Celsius, maybe 20 degrees Fahrenheit. If I want to, I can warm up my vessel. It's already lost another 5 degrees or so. And so this is a trick to get the water from boiling down to a temperature suitable for green tea. So now that I've heated up the vessel, I'll put in my exactly measured 3 grams of tea. So this is how much 3 grams of this loose, curly green tea looks like in our 8-ounce glass. Shake it up. Now that the vessel is warm, I can shake it and get the first smell of the tea. It smells like pastry. It smells like baked cake. It's really amazing. Really, wow, really sweet. Wow, something I am not smelling on the fresh tea, but as soon as you hit it with a little bit of heat, a little bit of moisture, the bouquet really opens up. A lot of farmers will actually brew their green tea and drink it like this. And this is a really amazing way to test the teas. One trick that they do is they give their green tea a little rinse. So they'll pour the tea in, pour the hot water in like this, rinse it around like that, and then just pour it right out. As you can see here, it actually works pretty well, where I don't pour out too much of the leaves. A lot of people think if there's no strainer, you're just gonna pour out the leaves, but that doesn't happen. This is why people are able to drink tea Gongfu style, or grandpa style. So let's give it a smell now. Some of the sugary notes have gone, and now I'm getting a lot more of that savory butteriness. Okay, now let's add the water for real. Again, this water should be about 80 degrees. Looks like I've lost some, so it's not quite as much as I want. So it might be a little strong, but another reason people love grandpa style brewing is because you can see the leaves the entire time. If you look closely, you can see the tea down floating through there. Sometimes if I hold it up to the light, I can see the tea oils exuding off the leaves. This is one of my favorite ways to brew the teas because you get so intimate with it. The whole process as they steep. Speaking of steeping, usually what I do is after I pour the hot water in here, I'll wait 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes. Usually it's logical because by the time you want to drink this really hot cup of tea, it's been about 2 or 3 minutes and it's cooled down considerably. So let's give it some time. Okay, it's been about 2-3 minutes, and the tea is cooled enough where it's still hot to touch, but I can still drink it. And so as you can see, some of the leaves, a lot of the leaves have fallen down, but some of the leaves are still floating at the top. This is what scares a lot of people about brewing tea like this, because they think, oh, what happens if I drink one of the leaves? Really, since you're brewing green tea, the tea leaves are so tender, you can literally just chew and eat them. And this will give you a little bit of a caffeine boost. It'll give you a little bit of that L-theanine amino acid, a boost of those antioxidants. It's the same idea as drinking matcha. And matcha, the powdered green tea, you just drink it all. Another thing you can do though is strain it with your teeth. So check this out. Managed to not drink any of those leaves. Had them caught on the top of my glass, so now I'll just rotate the cup and drink from this side. Beautiful. In China, a lot of people drink with a filter, and they have a double-walled insulated glass thermos. And so this is a very common Chinese kind of cup. As you can see, the filter will keep the leaves out, and this lets you hold it when it's still hot. Caught a little leaf. Another big tip about brewing grandpa style is don't drink it dry. You want to leave maybe 1/4 of the tea water there. That way, when you add more water, the tea is already very strong in flavor. So remember, don't drink it down. Don't drink it all the way, drink it down about 1/4, and then fill it back up. You can do this 2 or 3 times easily, but still getting a lot of flavor out of the tea. In China, what people will do is they'll drink it down 3 or 4 times and then just add more green tea on top of it. So that by the time they get to the end of their day, the end of their shift, their cup is entirely full of tea. So there you have it. There's your basics for brewing tea grandpa style. It's incredibly simple, and it's by far the most common way that Chinese people enjoy tea. It's the most easiest way, and you don't need a lot of materials to it. It really shows you that tea is just dry leaves and hot water. And however you make it work, that's tea. So, thanks for watching this video. I highly recommend trying grandpa style if you haven't. It works really, really lovely with green teas, with white teas, and really with any tea, as long as the quality is really good. Experiment for yourself, see what you like. It's very similar to bowl tea as well, so try that. The same topic, the same methodology applies to bowl tea. So really just break out of your conventional style and see what style you like. Again, this is Derek from Wonder of the Tea, and I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.